The legislature adjourned the 60-day regular session on Thursday, March 10th. Legislators were immediately called back for a special session. What does that mean?
Well, today is day 4 of our special session. On March 10th, we were all set to be done and our work completed for the session when the governor called us back in a special session over the supplemental operating budget. Unfortunately, the budget deal was not reached in time to complete the session due to one party in particular that was holding up things. The budget for the supplemental operating budget is necessary to make some course corrections on the normal operating budget and to deal with emergencies that may come up. One of the emergencies that we dealt with last year was the wildfires through most of eastern Washington. And a large component of that budget is dealing with that. The Senate was able to put together a good budget. The House Republicans thought that was a good deal. Unfortunately, the House Democrats could not agree with that, and therefore we were unable to get one passed. So the governor called us back, so we're working on it.
During the regular 60-day session, some very collaborative, bipartisan work was done. Can you explain the good things that happened during session?
Well, as you know, I've been here for just about 30 days. I arrived about halfway through the session. So a lot of the work on a lot of the bills and things was already in process, and I was able to start to get to work with my fellow Republicans on those. We were able to look at many different things, and a lot of good bills were passed, working on our state troopers, the retention and recruitment, and also a pay raise for them. We also looked at many things that had to do with the supplemental transportation budget. We were able to get that agreed upon and passed. But I think one of our greatest victories was the charter school bill. You really saw a bipartisan action in place when we worked on that particular bill. The debate on the floor was phenomenal and led by the House Republicans, with some of the finest Democrats joining us in that effort to pass that bill. Thousands of students came and told us that they really wanted us to get that done, and we did get that done. I would have to say that that was one of the greatest successes of the session, and it truly exemplifies the leadership of the House Republicans in taking an issue and bringing a solution to it. So I was very proud to be part of that.
The supplemental budget, specifically the operating capital budgets, have yet to pass. What's the holdup and what's some of the issues within these budgets?
The House supplemental operating budget as presented was a massive spending move, close to $500 million in additional spending. In order to take care of that, what was proposed was that we tap into what we call the rainy day fund. A large proportion of that amount, close to $400 million out of that rainy day fund. In addition, there was about $120 million in proposed new taxes put forth to pay for that. The Senate found a way of doing that supplemental budget without those issues or those needs. And as we speak today, another proposal has been brought forth that works on a compromise. Best example I can give you is this. If you were to, as an individual in your home, go out and buy about $100,000 worth of new stuff, and you just went on this massive shopping spree, all contingent on winning the lottery or waiting for that rich uncle to pass away on that inheritance, common sense says you just would not do that. A responsible, responsible person would not do that. We, as legislators, need to do the same thing. We look at it from our perspective in a fiscally responsible way. We look at what the budget is, what the means are, what finances are coming into play, without having to look at massive increases in our spending. That's the fiscal responsible way of dealing with the budget, especially in a supplemental year. There's no reason we could not have come up with a solution to take care of the emergency needs of the wildfires, to take care of the adjustments that needed to be made in the budget, and to move forward without having to be here in special session.
Upon completion of our special session, what are your plans for the first interim?
Well, this is my first interim as the new representative for the 2nd District. I plan on keeping regular office hours here in my office on the Capitol grounds. In addition to meeting with people here in my office, I'm going to be traveling around the district quite a bit so that I can get to know what those issues are and bring those issues back here to Olympia so that we can find real common sense solutions moving forward for the citizens of the 2nd District and the state of Washington.